Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another week of yoga. Stay firm. Sending that right foot back. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Alexis Yoga. I am so very glad that you've decided to join me today. Today we are going to start in a mountain pose, bringing ankles under knees, under hips, picking up the shoulders. We'll spread the hands wide towards the top of our mat, closing the eyes and taking a few deep breaths, pressing down through the toes and up through the spine. Taking a moment to allow yourself to fully be here in this moment. To let go any other thoughts of the day, any to-do lists. For just a little while, we're going to focus solely on ourselves. Focus solely on the breath, and the movements and the flow of the body. With our next exhale, we'll hinge at the waist, finding a forward fold. Nodding the head yes, shaking the head no. Releasing out the upper body, wiggling out however you like here. Maybe it's walking out the legs, or it's swaying the body, or wiggling the hips. Finding a little bit of movement here in our forward fold. Putting as much bend to the knees as you need to drop the fingertips down to the floor. So we'll soften the chest and the abdomen a little closer to the thighs and move our left hand in towards center. With a nice big inhale, we'll reach the right arm up to the ceiling, pressing down through the right foot. With an exhale, putting the bend back into the right leg, circling the right hand around and planting it down. A big breath in, and we'll take the left arm up, pressing down through the left leg. And coming back through center again. Inhale to a half high. Exhale to fold. We'll ragdoll our way to standing. Rolling one vertebrae past the next. Moving slowly, taking your time. And rolling the head and neck and shoulders up. We'll make our way to the back of the mat. With a big breath in, reaching tall. Exhale, hinging at the waist, forward fold. Inhale, half high. And an exhale to fold. Putting the hands down to the floor again. And we'll walk our way forward to a plank. So you can move as quickly or as slowly as you'd like here. If you're wanting a little bit more of an exercise, you can walk out and then walk back to the feet a few times. Or we'll meet in our down dog. Pedaling out through the legs here. Sending that tailbone up and back. shifting forward slightly. So we're coming through our plank and then a little bit further. Hugging the elbows into the rib cage. And with an exhale, we'll chaturanga to lower to the floor. Inhale, finding a baby cobra. Very light weight in the hands. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, softening, tucking the toes, and sending the hips up and back, down dog. We're going to lift the left hand up off the mat. It does not have to be much. And set it back down. Lifting the right hand up off the mat. Again, it does not have to be much. Setting it back down. We're going to go back and forth for a few seconds. Noticing the shift through the core and the hips to keep yourself balanced. Starting to feel that core engagement, the core containment. Good. Back to our down dog. Wiggling out through the hips some more before shifting forward. Chaturanga to lower. To our up dog or cobra. And to our down dog. We'll extend the left leg back and bring it forward towards the hands. Full breath in here. And an even larger breath back out as we drop the right knee down towards the mat. Inhale, circling the arms up overhead and then sending the hips forward. Now we can stay here with the hands pointed straight up towards the ceiling, or we can find a little bit of a back bend here, but finding something that's comfortable. With our exhale, we'll bring the right hand down beside the left foot and then send the left arm up towards the ceiling. So we're getting a little bit of a twist here through the hips. And bringing that left hand around, framing out the foot and softening the hips forward some more. Lengthen out through the left leg, softening the chest towards that left side. And shifting forward, low lunge again. Tucking the right toes under, lifting the left leg, and back, three-legged dog. Dropping it down, wiggling it out. Now we'll extend the right leg long and bring it up to the hands. Full breath in. Even larger breath back out, dropping the left knee. Inhale, circling up and sending the hips forward. Again, we have that option to find a baby back bend here, or to keep the hands pointed up. Exhale, we'll bring the left hand down beside that right foot, taking the right arm up. Exhale, bringing the right hand down, framing out that front foot and softening the hips a little more. We'll tuck the left toes under, lifting the right leg, and three-legged dog. Releasing it down and wiggling it out. We'll bring the hands just a little bit closer in towards the toes. And we'll go back and forth again, lifting one hand up off the mat, setting it back down, the other hand up off the mat, and setting it down. Shifting forward, chaturanga, to our up dog or our cobra, and to our down dog. Extending the left leg back, and stepping it up. Full breath in, even larger breath back out, dropping the right knee. Inhale, circle the body up. And send the hips forward and down. With the exhale, we'll bring the right hand beside the left foot. Left arm reaches up. Exhale, bringing the left hand around. We can either frame out the foot with the hands or bring the left hand in towards center, into the inside of our foot. But we're going to lift the right foot up off the mat. We have an option here to reach the right arm back around towards that right foot and gently pull it in towards the body. Exhale, slowly release that right foot back down towards the floor, framing out the left foot with the hands, and then we'll move to our half splits again. Extending long with that left leg, softening the chest forward. You can either keep your foot flat on the floor, toes pointed forward, or you can lift the toes up towards the ceiling. Shifting forward again, tucking the right toes under, lifting the left leg up, and back, three-legged dog. Releasing the left foot down and pedaling out. Reaching the right leg long and bringing it up. Full breath in. Even larger breath out, dropping the left knee. Inhale, shifting the hips forward as we take the arms up. With an exhale, bringing the left hand down beside the foot, taking the right arm up. And an exhale, we'll bring the right arm in. Again, we have an option to keep it on the outside or the inside of our foot. Picking up the left foot. And again, another option to reach back for that left foot and gently pull it in closer towards the body. slowly and gently, releasing that right foot down, releasing the left foot down, framing out the right foot with the hand, and we'll step the left foot up to the top of the mat. Inhale, half high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching tall to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching tall. This time we'll drop the elbows to our cactus and add a baby back bend, squeezing the glutes and lifting from the rib cage. Taking the eyes forward again and folding. Planting the hands down, and we'll step or hop the feet back to our plank. Shifting forward, chaturanga to lower. Inhale to our cobra or an up dog, and to our down dog. Walking the hands just a little bit closer towards the toes, sending the hips up and back behind. And again, we'll do the hand marches, picking one hand up, setting it down, other side, back and forth. Beautiful, putting a bend to the knees, and I'll drop them to the mat. Releasing the toes, taking the eyes and the tailbone up, dropping the stomach. Curling into center, arching the spine up. Back and forth with our cat and cows. You can move with the breath, or if you're finding an area that feels a little stuck, you can move a little slower or focus on that area. We'll come back through center, and then walk the knees to the outer edges of the mat, bringing big toes in till they touch. And we'll move the left hand towards center. With a nice big inhale, taking the right arm up to the ceiling. And our exhale, we'll take that right arm through the left side of the body, bringing the shoulder and side of face down. We can keep the left hand on the mat, or we can wrap it around the body, so we can really open the chest towards the left side. If our left hand is wrapped around, we'll bring it back down to the mat, and then we'll take any weight out of that left hand. So we're allowing our chest to collapse towards our right arm, stretching the shoulder and the upper back on that right side. Putting a little extra weight into the left hand. Unthreading the right, we'll send it back up and bring it down. Inhale, taking the left arm up, threading it through the right side, bringing shoulder and side of face down. Again, we can keep the right hand on the mat or wrap it around the back. Bringing that right hand back around, but removing any weight from it. allowing the chest to soften onto that left arm. And then we'll press down through the right hand, unthreading the left, sending it back up, and releasing it down. Bringing the legs together so they touch from the knees down towards the toes, and we'll sit back on the heels. Now we have an option to tuck the toes under and sit on the heels. That may be a little more comfortable across the fronts of the knees. Or if this is just truly uncomfortable, you can bring the legs around and sit in a crisscross applesauce or in a lotus pose. But we're gonna sit here for a few moments, bringing our attention back to the breath and sitting tall through the spine. We'll circle the arms around to plant either the full hand or the fingertips down on the mat. Pulling the shoulder blades into the spine so we can lift the chest. And you can stay here or you can walk the hands further or closer to the body. Focusing on lifting up from our solar plexus, lifting up from the rib cage. And pulling the shoulder blades in to kiss at the spine. Slowly slouching the shoulders forward to give us a little extra space to walk the body back in. And we'll walk the hands out in front, tucking the toes under. And sending the hips up and back down dog. Shifting forward slightly. Hugging the elbows in, chaturanga to lower to our up dog or our cobra. And to our down dog. We're going to pick up the right hand and thread it through center over towards our left ankle. Bringing that right hand back up, and other side, lifting up the left hand, sending it back towards the right ankle. And back towards the top of the mat again. Walking the hands one step closer towards the toes, so we can really press up and back through the hips and down through the heels. Extending the left leg behind and up to the hands. Full breath in. Even larger breath back out this time, staying up. And we'll lift the arms to the ceiling. We have that option for our baby back bend here or to stay up to the ceiling. Now keeping the legs nice and strong beneath us, we're going to hinge at the waist, shifting the chest forward so we have a little bit more weight over that front foot. Continuing to press down through the back foot to keep us stable here. And we can bring hands to heart center, or we can take them out in front. Engaging through the core, pressing down through the feet. Pressing down through the left foot, lifting us back up. And we'll extend that left leg towards straight, dropping the right heel down so we're nice and stable, And then maybe rotating the hips towards the top of the mat before we fold. We're going to make our way to our warrior two, making it one smooth, flowing motion. Shifting forward, putting the bend back into the right knee, lifting into the left knee, lifting the right heel, lifting the body up in front, rotating it open towards the side and dropping the heel down. Warrior two. Now we're going to do the same motion before in our warrior one, but in our warrior two. This time you may want to bring hands in, or you can keep them long. But hinging at the waist, shifting our left side towards that left knee. We can have hands at center here, or we can take both arms, reaching them up towards the top of the mat. Again, we're pressing down evenly through both feet to keep us nice and stable and sturdy. Pulling the rib cage and the hip bones a little bit closer together so we can focus on that core containment holding us up here. And focus on rolling open towards that right side. So we're softening closer towards the left leg, but we're staying open. Beautiful. Pressing down through the left foot. We'll lengthen out through the leg, sending the hips behind us, and side angle. Bringing the left hand towards the left leg, right arm reaches tall. We're focusing on a stack to the shoulders. So if your side angle is like this, that is beautiful. Or you can bring the left hand down towards the leg, as long as you're finding that nice alignment and we're not trying too hard. Now you have an option to put the bend back into the left leg before we lift, or you can lift straight from here. Bringing the toes of the left foot up and rotating them open towards the side of our mat. So same way with both feet now. And we'll dive for the chest forward for a wide-legged forward fold. Planting the hands down on the floor so we can heel toe the feet in. Inhale, half high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching tall to the top of the ceiling. Putting a cactus to the arms, baby back bend. Taking the arms back up and releasing them down. We'll wiggle out through the body. This time coming back to the back of the mat. With an inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half high. Exhale, fold. Putting a bend to the knees, we can drop the hands down. And again, we're going to walk our way forward to our plank and our down dog. Going as quickly or as slowly as you feel. We'll do some more of our hand marches, lifting one hand and then the other, back and forth, focusing on that core, trying to stay in about the same position. But it's okay if you find a little sway side to side to help you stay balanced. We'll shift forward past our plank to our chaturanga, to an up dog or a cobra, and to our down dog. Extending the left leg long and bringing it up to the hands. Full breath in, even larger breath back out, staying tall. Inhale, we'll take the arms up to the ceiling. And again, hinging at the waist, pressing down through both feet so we can soften the chest a little closer towards that right knee. You can bring hands into center or take them out in front. Pressing down through the right foot, taking that right leg towards straight, dropping the left heel down, and if we can, we'll circle the hips forward before folding. Now again on this side, we're going to make our way to our warrior two, finding that beautiful single motion movement. Shifting forward, lifting the body, rotating open, warrior two. Pressing down through both feet so we can soften the right side towards the right knee. Again, hands can stay at center or they can come up and over, reaching towards the top of our mat. But focusing on that core, keeping us strong, pressing down so that we can press up through the top of the spine. Pressing down through the right leg, taking it towards straight, sending the hips back. And we'll find our side angle on this side. Focusing on those shoulders, staying open towards our right side. We don't want to curl in, but staying open and reaching tall. With an inhale, either putting the bend back into the right or floating the body up. We'll pick up those right toes and turn them to our side mat. With our exhale, hinging at the waist, forward fold. With our inhale, pressing the hands towards the floor, and we'll heel toe the legs in. Inhale, half high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching tall to the ceiling. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, reaching up. And we'll wiggle out through the body, making our way to the top of the mat. And wiggling out some more. And with an inhale, taking the arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half high. Exhale, fold. Planting the hands down, stepping or hopping our feet back. Chaturanga to lower. Inhale to a cobra or an up dog. Into our down dog. I'll bring the hands one step closer in towards the toes. We're gonna find our bear pose. So putting a bend to the knees, we'll hover the knees over the mat, pressing down through the fingertips. So we're long and strong through the upper back. Engaging through the core. And taking a few big breaths. Dropping the knees the rest of the way down, untucking the toes, and we'll send the hips back for a child's pose. It is up to you whether you want the legs together or to separate the knees by walking them to the outer edges of the mat before sending the hips back. With an inhale, bring the hands in, lifting the top of the head towards the ceiling again, sitting on our heels, or circling the legs around for a lotus or a crisscross applesauce. Taking a few more breaths. Now if you're sitting on your calves, we'll circle the legs around. Or if you're sitting at crisscross applesauce, we'll untangle the legs, taking them long out in front of the body and wiggling them out. Now we're gonna make our way to our mat. So we can lay down flat, but we have a couple of core options that we can finish out class with before our Savasana. We can find a boat pose, bringing the feet in towards the body, lifting the feet up off the mat, bringing the arms alongside, either with the legs parallel with the floor, or extend them fully out. Or we can keep the legs planted on the floor, taking the arms up and very slowly rolling our way down to the mat. Finding an option here that is challenging without being too difficult. Taking your time with it so we can really feel the benefits. Remember to breathe through. Often with these core poses, we hold our breath or we try too hard. Once you have made it down to the floor, we'll find a full body stretch. Extending the legs long and letting the feet roll to the outer edges. Taking the arms up overhead, reaching with the fingers, reaching with the toes. We'll circle the arms around towards the body and find a comfortable spot to take a few moments rest. If you like to add pillows to your Savasana or to grab socks to put on, go ahead and do so. Savasana is such an important part of your practice. It essentially holds in or cements in all of that good work we just did. By allowing your body to relax after trying so hard or stretching, it allows your body to retain that feeling before moving on with the rest of the day. It extends the benefits from yoga. Allowing your body to find a comfortable spot here. Allowing the feet to roll to the outer edges. Letting the hips soften towards the mat. Letting the shoulders grow heavy. The muscles around the eyes and the mouth to relax. Put a little more space between your teeth. And we'll take a big breath in through the nose and release it out as a sigh. We'll stay here for a few minutes. We can focus on the breath, or we can focus on the body. If you're focusing on the body, you can do a mental scan from the toes to the top of the head. You can do a squeeze and release. Or you can just notice how you feel after that practice as you slowly allow the body to grow heavy and soft towards the mat. If we're focusing on the breath, we'll take large breaths in through the nose and even larger breaths back out, fully releasing all of our air before starting fresh with a new breath. You can add a second or two to hold at the end of an inhale and an exhale, or you can continue to breathe normally, fully releasing the breath out before breathing in again. gently begin to bring our awareness back into this moment. Inviting some movement in by wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes. When you feel ready, go ahead and roll to one side. And we'll take our moment of gratitude here. Be sure to thank yourself for coming to your mat today, for taking this time out of your busy day to refocus on body and breath and the connection between them. I'm so very glad and honored to get to spend this time with you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Go in love and light.